Did you know that historically, within the Catholic community, many people were believers of extraterrestrials? The belief is thought to date right back to the creation of the Church. As you're about to see, even suggesting the possibility of alien life could have landed you in execution. It was a common theme in Italy, with many artists including strange crafts in the back of their paintings. Paintings that depicted Bible events like Jesus' crucifixion. Could this be the evidence of historical UFO sightings? And is it possible that the Catholic Church knew something that we don't?
On April 2nd, 2005, Pope John Paul II, the second longest serving pope in history, passed away. He was praised as being one of the most influential leaders in the 20th century. On April the 8th at 6:30 a.m, before John Paul's funeral, an unidentified flying object was filmed by a security camera that was observing St. Peter's Basilica. Some believe this mysterious object to be the evidence of some form of connection between the Vatican and alien life. A connection that theorists and historians believe has existed since the creation of the Church. The possibility that this craft came to pay its respects to the Pope and his people may be more likely than you think. Among the most secret of secrets in the Catholic Church is their belief in extraterrestrials. In Torun, Poland in 1543, Nicolaus Copernicus marked the beginning of modern astronomy. He showed that the Earth revolves around the Sun and not the other way around. 5 years later, Giordano Bruno was born in Naples in southern Italy. Bruno took the theories of Copernicus further by suggesting that science dictates life on other planets. Bruno's theory about the cosmos said that the people of the Earth were not the only people in our universe. As you can imagine, that didn't sit too well with the Church. In 1600, Bruno was found guilty of heresy. He was the first person in history to be executed by the Catholic Church for beliefs that include the possibility of extraterrestrials. Was Bruno silenced to cover up a secret the Church has allegedly hidden for the past 1500 years? The Church believed God made us humans the center of everything, but the reality was that it was much bigger. There was much more out there. In fact, possible ties between the Catholic faith and alien forms are nearly as old as the religion itself. Strange-looking craft began to appear in Christian art as early as the 1400s. Quite frequently, artists would put symbols in the sky, but in a couple of cases, they kind of looked like flying saucers. One painting, the Madonna with San Giovannino, depicts the Lady Madonna in the foreground and San Giovannino in the background pointing up to the sky, and he sees a craft that is clearly visible in the painting. In the Middle Ages and through the Renaissance, they would take events from the present and depict them in the paintings. These were real things that people saw in the sky. In the Miracle of the Snow painting, you have Jesus and Mary above and below. It appears to be what could be as described as a fleet of UFOs or flying saucers directly below them. The Baptism of Christ, another painting from 1710, shows what looks like a flying saucer beaming down a pencil-thin light toward Jesus. The Crucifixion painting features a pair of what look like UFOs. Are the objects captured in these works of art records of religious devotion or evidence of the Church's connection to spacecraft and perhaps even creatures from another world?
There's hundreds of pieces of religious art showing UFOs in the skies. They've been purposely added by the artists themselves. Did they believe that these crafts were godly in some way, or were they trying to warn us? Whatever the reason, one thing is for sure, they went to great lengths to inform us about these strange objects.
The discs seen throughout the history of Christian art are identical matches to recordings and reports of modern-day UFOs. Were these artists adding images they had seen or heard about from eyewitnesses? When UFOs are so clearly seen throughout history, why has the Church denied their presence? Is the Vatican truly hiding knowledge of alien life? And have we only now just discovered it? It's very likely that some of the religious experiences that have been discussed and written about for centuries were in fact extraterrestrial in nature. from images of spacecraft in Christian art to unidentified objects over the church. The Vatican has long been associated with extraterrestrial phenomena, even though they have silenced believers of alien life and charged them with heresy. But no connection has been greater than the Vatican's involvement in some of the largest mass UFO sightings in history. During the climax of World War I, Portugal attempted to remain neutral in the global conflict. The country was gripped in fear, and its people were looking for a sign of what's to come. On October 13, 1917, in Fatima, Portugal, a mass UFO sighting with more than 70,000 witnesses took place. During the event, the rain stopped. Some witnesses believed that the clouds parted and what was described as a saucer-shaped craft came down from the heavens above towards Earth. According to eyewitnesses, 3 children approached the vision and witnessed an apparition of a beautiful woman. The vision reportedly included a glowing globe-shaped vehicle showering rose petals that disappeared upon hitting the ground. According to the girls, the apparition gave them a cryptic message. Over the years, they attribute that to being the Virgin Mary. It's very possible that this could have been someone else. That apparition gave a prophecy to those 3 little girls, and it was a vision of the future, a prophecy of the future. The message has been interpreted as images from an apocalyptic future. It is filled with flaming swords and so-called demons who come in the forms of frightful and unknown animals. Could the Vatican be hiding details that this frightening message was a warning of a coming alien invasion? A lot of the information from Fatima really didn't come out until about the year 2000. It's believed even to this day that not everything has been revealed. If really this was a message from another world, and it was a warning, a lot of people ask, shouldn't we know? Visions, lights in the sky, sightings and messages from strange beings, reports of possible UFO activity continue right through to current times all around the world. And according to experts, the Vatican openly investigates them. In 2011, a group of people from the Ivory Coast of Africa saw a diamond-shaped light in the sky, and it was so vivid, so compelling, that for that moment the group was transfixed by the light, and it changed their lives forever. Recently, such unidentified sightings have increased around the world. Peru, Brazil, Russia, China all have UFO hotspots. The reporting of mass sightings that seem to come as visions. Unlike any nation, the Catholic Church has no borders. Its 1.2 billion followers have spread worldwide, a global network of eyes and ears looking for the unexplained. Is this what has finally convinced the Vatican to come forward and admit the existence of alien life? Just outside Rome stands Castel Gandolfo, a satellite Vatican estate that serves as the summer residence of the Pope and headquarters for Vatican astronomers. 2 large domes on the roof each house massive telescopes used to study the heavens since the 1930s. The astrophysicists of the Vatican Observatory have been interested in the question of extraterrestrial life for quite a while. Dr. Funes, the Vatican Observatory director, confirmed the possibility of the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence. Within each galaxy is approximately 100 billion stars. Intelligent life must be out there. But is there real solid evidence that something's going on inside the Vatican? Well, there is. You have the Vatican itself declaring that if extraterrestrial life exists, it's part of God's creation. But the most public evidence came in November of 2009 when the Pontifical Academy of Sciences, the Vatican's science department, held a conference of over 30 scientists and religious leaders in Rome. The subject was life on other planets is possible and its ramifications. They're literally putting up a neon sign saying, "We're down with the ETs." But the biggest bombshell is maybe what they found underneath the Vatican. The Vatican has denied their knowledge of extraterrestrials since the creation of the Church, but recently Vatican officials publicly acknowledged the likelihood of alien life. This dramatic reversal of Vatican policy demands an explanation. What does the Church know, or what have they found that causes them to reverse a 2,000-year-old opinion? The answer to this may be found with the Vatican's secret archives. They consist of thousands upon thousands of volumes, and they've been kept for well over 1,000 years. This is bigger than the National Archives, and according to alien theorists, it is here that the Vatican keeps reports of all investigated UFO occurrences far from prying eyes. The Vatican Secret Archive is so large, it takes up approximately 52 miles of shelving and over 32,000 archives. What could possibly be in them?
Buried away in these archives is a tremendous amount of material from the paranormal, supernatural encounters and of course UFO incidents. The vast amount of knowledge may not though give any answers. Even with everything we currently know, we're still grasping at trying to understand this subject and where these beings and crafts are actually coming from.
In 1977, US President Jimmy Carter was one of the only presidents ever to claim to have seen a UFO. Carter intended to publicly reveal all the information the US government had on alien existence. He asked the Library of Congress to reach out to all possible sources regarding UFO intelligence. But when the library's contacts reach out to the Vatican, requesting disclosure of all the files with evidence of alien life, the Vatican refused twice. But the secrets hidden within the Vatican can't stay buried forever. Now, new evidence may prove that the Vatican is hiding actual aliens from the public. In 1998, there were excavations being carried out under the Vatican Library, and one of the workers on the excavation team found some strange elongated bones. But why were these bones allegedly under the Vatican? If these bones could talk, what stories would they tell? After the discovery of those strange bones, Pope John Paul and the Vatican military closed all access to the site. What is the Vatican holding, and did those bones make their way into the secret Vatican archives? The Catholic Church has had 1,500 years in which they could have recovered alien bodies from their investigation into unexplained sightings. Could these bones be the remnants of aliens who once lived in the Vatican? The Vatican is built on the ruins of ancient Rome, and underneath the Vatican is what's known as a necropolis. A necropolis is a vast burial ground. So there could be bones dating back to 2,000 years, even from the time of the birth of Christ. Perhaps the conclusion was best put by a nun who stated, if these theories are true, then the Vatican has intimate knowledge of the secrets behind aliens on planet Earth. But do they ever plan to release that secret to the public? One global event may uncover the truth sooner than we ever imagined possible. Evidence dating back almost 2,000 years suggests the Vatican may be one of the most informed organizations in the world on the subject of alien life. But is the Vatican preparing to reveal the shocking reality of an alien race in our universe? We will see, perhaps in our lifetime, the discovery of life on Mars, or that there was life on Mars. And if so, the Pope will, of necessity, embrace that life as part of creation. With the extraterrestrial truth finally made public, could the Church use this opportunity to convert more beings to Catholicism? They understand that God created this vast universe, that we're not the only anthill in the middle of the desert. Catholicism is going to be on the forefront for really being that open-minded religion to join. If the theories are true, the future of the Vatican may be to lead not only the Catholic Church, but perhaps all of humanity into a world shared with an extraterrestrial society.
Well, if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that Catholicism is a religion for the open-minded. It's the concept that there is a creator, that there is something out there, and that we must embrace the unknown. If the Vatican are hiding anything, just what is it? Thanks for watching. If you'd like to explore more fascinating concepts, then please smash that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.